Hi everyone, tonight we will do some extra large slippers for men or female. First we will cast on the machine by going one in front, one in the back for the first row. I start with waste yarn because I will need to remove it at the end. So one in the front, one in the back. For the first row only. And then you will open the yarn feeder and make sure the last needle is on the back, so that way you know you have all your stitches in the right place. And then I will crank for 5 rows. When I got my 5 rows, I put my waste yarn in the middle. Bring my working project closer to the end of the waste yarn, close the yarn feeder, and I will crank. Always pull your yarn from the ball so it releases tension on your machine that way. It's easier on your needle. So I will crank it till I get that's the recipe: 5 waste yarn, 50 rows of project, 5 waste yarn, and that's it for this part. You will need to do that twice. And now the cast off with the waste yarn. Just continue to crank and it will remove it by itself. And then you stretch your tube and bring back the other machine, the ADDI Express Professional, and you will cast on the same way. First row, open yarn feeder, and lately I always put my yarn on the top hole. I found that it's easier for the yarn that I use. So I will put the yarn in the middle and come back with my project yarn. Hope you all have a good day today. Me slept all day because I was doing a night shift last night. So I continue to crank. And it will be the same recipe that I did on the ADDI King. But this time, like, my row counter is not working. So I will do like little tail of yarn like this. I will need 5 because we need 56 rows. So I will do 5 like this, and every 10 rows I will add 1. So that way I will keep in track the numbers. So if my family member come and talk to me, I will not lose the count. Because usually they come when I'm doing something. Mommy, where's that? Mommy, where's this? Oh. So, second one is install. I put it faster. Because you understand what I meant to do. And the last one. And when you reach the 56, no, that's the last one, sorry. I made 5. Made the 56, you cut the yarn and go with the waste yarn. When the waste yarn is installed, I just add a little bit of yarn, so we'll let it go through the wool feeder, yarn feeder, and it will release by itself like it did on the ADDI. Shake it a little bit, and time to stretch, stretch, stretch. And you could see all the little marker that I had with the yarn, and they are very, very easy to remove, so don't worry to use this technique. It's very easy. Actually, I like it because I know when I did my 5 little tail of yarn that I'm done. Only have to count 6 more, and that's it. See, very easy to remove. Now you have to do that twice because it's a pair of slippers, so we need 2 big tube and 2 small tube. Now it's time to close it. There's different way of closing. If you'd like to have an inspiration, I have a video that I show 5 different ways to close a tube. And if you're not comfortable with this one, you could do another way. The important is the tube is closed. If you're not able to do it with a crochet or hook, there's another way that you could find that is probably better or even the same as mine. So don't worry. Find your way and it's gonna be fine. So I go in the back and in the front. Make sure you only grab the yarn. That's why it's very important to use waste yarn that is very different colors, so it's easier on the eyes and easier to follow. Me, usually I prepare my stuff like that, and on night I will do the closing on the sofa, watching a video or a movie. Especially this time of the year, it's Christmas movie time here since the 1st of December, not September. But it's easy like this when you use waste yarn that is very different color. So make sure you grab all your stitches. That's very important because you don't want any drop stitch. Drop stitch is nice when you want it on your project, but when you don't, it's not fun. So I grab all the stitches and I will do all my tube the same way. Okay? Time to remove the waste yarn. Sometimes it's easy to remove, sometimes it's not. You have to find a way. This one is to remove the top. There's a easy way, easy side and a not easy side. That's the not easy side. You have to remove the first row on the top, and then it's easy to remove. It's a difference of beginning and ending of the machine, I think. So now it's time to check if I don't drop any, I miss any stitch. I'm okay. And the other side too. So I will do the same thing with the bigger tube, but I will go very, very fast. It's only to show you that it's the same. If your eyes is not too tired to watch that, stay with me. But and I will do the same the other side. This was easy to remove, except with this part I have to cut it. So check everything. Time to, and if you notice, I always start the opposite way of the tail of the yarn project, so that way when I reach the tail of the yarn, I could close my my row with it. Just a little dip. It's easier that way. It's easier easier for me. If you don't do that like it, it's okay too though. Don't worry. I'm still a little bit sleepy today. Today it's almost 6. the day is gone. Oh no. Well, continue. Oh, I missed one. I would just hide the tail with my crochet. I was too lazy to find my wool needle today. I just grab it with my crochet hook and it did the trick too. So you're there. You still with me? That's good. Time to attach those two tubes together. It's gonna be hard because I noticed that the yarn is kind of dark, but sorry, it's pandemic time and I don't have a lot of yarn, so I will have to do with what I have here, and I don't have time to find a real nice site to buy yarn on internet, because I'm always working. So if you have good link, don't hesitate to share it on the group, not on YouTube but on the group. So I will do the first stitch in the corner. You will see better just a minute long. It's me. I choose brown and I had black on it. I should take another color like brighter to be easy with you. But it's the same technique that I use to close my tube on any of my video on my YouTube. So if you have problem, just go and write how to attach two tube on my channel and you will find it. What I did, I go with my hook and grab 2 bar. I go between the stitch and grab it. Grab 2 bar and grab it all. Grab 2, grab it all. I do that till I get to the other end. It's look not easy, but when you get it, it's easy. And the important thing is to stay on the same column all the way, because if you don't, it's going to be a twisted work and you don't want that, especially on slippers. So you grab it like this and you continue. There, we are almost there. And you will have to do that again for the other slippers, don't forget. There. And if you're not good with hook, you could seam together with Kitchener stitch with the wool needle. I'm not sure if I have the right word because I'm not an English person. I do my best, but I think it's Kitchener stitch or the one that I do with needle. It's the same thing that I did with the hook, but with the wool needle. So that's it. That's it. It's all attached together. I will hide the tail, and before I will fix that with my wool needle because it was not together, because I forgot to do a knot at the beginning. So I will do my knot right now. It will fix it. There. Always away. I never give up. There. Now I do tail, and I want the black outside, so I will sew my slippers the other side and I will turn it at the end. We are almost done. We are getting to the sewing part of our slippers. It's the easy part because all slippers are sewed the same way. You do your toe and then your heels and the top, or any way you want to do it, it will work. Now I will show you a different way. No, not right now. I will show you how I close the toe. I will go like every 3 stitch because I don't want it to be like all stuck on the top of the toe. So I go every 3 stitch like this, or every 3 rows if you want. There. And that's it. And then you pull on it there, and be careful not to break your yarn. And I will do with my wool needle, and next turn around it to make sure secure everything, and then attach it together again. So the toe part is done. Cut it and hide it between the 2 layers of your project. There. I'll disappear. So now the toe are done. The heels now. Oh, not the heels. I will go sew the top of the slippers. To do that, I will just grab the top of the stitches that I sew, that I close my tube with. I will just grab the top of it, and I will grab like every one of them. Don't measure to put your feet in, like in the middle of the slippers. So sometimes the foot is too big to get in the middle, so keep a little bit more than half of the slippers for your feet to get in. Not sure if you understand what I tried to say them, but hope you do. If you don't, watch me carefully. It could help. There. They are fun to do, and I was having a lot of people that asking to make bigger slippers for men just before Christmas. It's a good way, and those fit very long feet. Don't worry, it will fit. I think it could fit a size 12 or 13, so could be safe. So I will come back on my sewing, so that way I will attach it with my starting tail, and we'll do a double knot to close it, so that way it's very secure. You don't want your slipper to come apart. Me, I always very secure on everything. If I do some things, it's not possible to try to change your mind and try it again to save the yarn. Not possible. To secure the lady here. So stretch it and hide the tail. There. And turn it the right way, so you got the black line like I want it. And time to sew the heels. And the way we'll close the heels is a good way if you don't know how to use a crochet hook. You could attach your tube like this by putting parallel from each other, and grab 2 bar and grab 2 bar the other side, and staying on the same column of rows. And don't worry, at the end when you pull on it, it will close very invisible seam. It's a very nice one. but I want to show a different way in the same project, so that's why I use a crochet hook for the first part, and now I will do this one. This is a better view, huh? Sorry I didn't think about it. I was very tired today and I'm going to work again tonight, so hope it's gonna be a not too busy night, but in the same time I have to be busy. If it's not busy, it's gonna be a long night, so I prefer busy night. So grab 2 pair and grab 2 and grab 2, and I just grabbed 3 because it was a little bit of difference of length, so I fix it. And you pull on it, see, seam is invisible, so it's very nice if you want to close both of your tube the same way. You will have like a same tube look. So I did the double knot. I will do the same thing on the heels. And for the cord, to attach it on the around your feet, if you're not a crochet hook fan, and if you have a thicker yarn that you don't use, could be an idea, an option to attach the slippers on your feet. So I will show you how I did mine. Both are exactly the same. Ta-da! So now I will chain 100 stitch with my hook. I put it very slow for now. But I will put it faster in a bit, don't worry. So the way I do it, I twist around my yarn like this and grab it and getting in. That's my way of doing my first stitch, and I make a little bit of pressure on it with my thumb and finger to close the first stitch. There, and I will go like this till I get 100 stitches. Don't worry, we'll go faster in a bit. So I need to give you a little idea of what I'm doing. So that's it. I'm going regular speed. When I get the 100, I will have to come back on my row, because like when you do just single layer like that, it's not thick enough. I don't like it, so I always come back on my work. See, and I will show you how I come back. I grab the second one and I will go in and out right away. I don't know how to call this stitch. If you know it, put it kindly in the comment of YouTube. I'd be very pleased to add it on my video comment or description on YouTube. I'm not in the right angle, sorry for that. Maybe I was too tired. Maybe I should stay in bed. But it's okay, it's done. You have the idea, and especially just before Christmas, it could be a nice Christmas idea for your father, your husband, your boyfriend, your uncle, your grandfather, name it, or even your grandma. Some women have a lot of they have big feet too. And it's important to the foot to be comfortable in slippers and warm in the winter time. So it's always a nice gift to offer for Christmas. So that's the way I close it. I cut the yarn. my yarn is divided. So time to attach it around. Crap, I got a piece of yarn in it. I will go like every 3. And like I said, if you don't know how to use a crochet hook, just use thicker yarn and it will do the trick. You cut the yarn like 1 meter, and then you cut what you don't need after you do the bow. And at the end of the bow, you will do like a little knot at the end of your yarn to keep it from not peeling, but I'm looking for a right word, it's not coming in. So me to hide my my tail, I need a long tail, so I don't like when a little tail of yarn is hanging out. It's pop out. It doesn't look good. So I will grab all the stitches like this on the side with my wool needle. And when I got very a lot of, I will just getting through to bring the tail inside. There. And pull on it. And I will do the same thing with the other little tail. Yeah, if you use just a thicker yarn to do the cord, do a little knot to keep it from not staying together, the yarn, and it will be cute too to have a little knot at the end, a little decoration too, so don't worry. So I was almost there. I will put the yarn in the old, I love those yarn needle. Those are my favorite. It's too bad I'm not getting paid for saying that, because I was saying it like for 2 years now on my channel. I think a lot of people bought them. If you already bought them, just click me too on the comment of YouTube. I want to know what you say. Okay, so I attach it with a little bow, and I do the same thing with the other one. So that's it, voila, the slippers are done. I'm so happy to share it with you today. I wish you a good day and a Merry Christmas, even if it's gonna be weird this year. Maybe it's not gonna be the same with the pandemic, but I wish you all health and love and all you dream to come true someday. And don't forget to subscribe and stay with me. I will have some more video to come soon. Have a great day. Ciao ciao, and never give up.